Boom. Vaughn. Review. Wow, I just blasted your guys' ear. I apologize for that. This is going to be the second part of the series, Invictus Gaming versus Fnatic, to find out if they go into a tiebreaker. Now, of course they do. Spoiler alert. But the last one was a good example of, Fnatic falling in the early portions of the game, surprisingly, to their bottom lane. And I think the game decider was Ning versus Brox on that one. Going into this one, this is going to be a lot more closer to what we'll see in the finals. It's going to be the Shy versus Bwipo coming into this one. God bless. Tryout stages are over, so let's get right back into it. Now, as I just started, something to remember is that this was still a part of group stage where it was decided by the Urgot versus Aatrox. So there wasn't really much of a movement in that front. Both of them are still up. Urgot is the better choice of the two. Oh my god, please. That's when you know the European cameramen joined the squad. Alistar pickup. They're fairly confident that they wouldn't go both Aatrox and Urgot. Not too sure why. Literally flexible as shit. Makes it so the Shy is either going to go... I think he should pick up Ryze. Ryze is great into both matchups. Put it mid up against Aatrox or Urgot. You have great gank setup and all that. Rookie and the Shy are both great Ryze players. It doesn't really make much sense to not pick it up. The only worry here is that Ryze had a bad showing. I'll just move my camera so you guys get to see what the bans were. Yeah, but the Shy had a bad showing on Ryze during the playoffs domestically. But he is a great Ryze player no matter what. It's just a little bit riskier. I wonder if it's going to be on Rookie or the Shy. We'll find out. They're still flexing it, obviously. They're not going to make a decision until they find out what Fnatic's really playing. They just need to see one part of the bottom lane. They've fully shown theirs, so Fnatic should go Braum. Yeah, there we go. Braum is just a safe response to the Alistar, and then they can go in and pick whatever they want. They can pick Ezreal. They can pick Lucian. Lucian should get banned here. Who else should get banned? I mean, I don't even know if they're going to ban Lucian because Reckless doesn't play the champion consistently enough to respect it. But it's almost safe enough where you can just ban Xayah or Lucian. And both of them are still up, so. If I'm Invictus Gaming, you just ban those two champions. Maybe think about the jungler a little bit. Both junglers haven't been picked up. Sivir, really? Sivir Braum? I mean, Sivir Braum is fine. It's going to be difficult to ever take tower bot versus Sivir Braum, so that's probably what they're thinking. Kind of telegraphs that they're going for a bottom lane play. But Alistar is very good into Sivir, so they shouldn't be afraid of any bottom lane plays being made. Sivir can't spell shield the headbutt pulverizer. She's going to get knocked up no matter what. Okay, Xayah goes down. So Lucian is up. They kind of they push Reckless into a position where you're like, yeah, you can play Lucian here, but you're not going to. So he's going to pick up Reckless, Tristana. Man, I don't think Tristana Braum is a good combo. It doesn't do well into, like, you can't really 2v2 well into it. It can look for opportunities to jump on Kai'Sa, but Alistar should always have the ownership of that one. Headbutt pulverized combo is faster. The animation time is much faster than Tristana jump. Tristana had to be a pretty good distance away for her to get the jump off. So, and it's a dash too, so if she's up in that air, she's going to get pummeled. So, I think Alistar is going to be pretty damn OD in this matchup, in this game. Lee Sin, Fiora. So, Fiora is so good into both matchups. That's probably what the Shy was trying to aim for. E's really telegraphable. Is like you can telegraph the E on Urgot, and Aatrox literally just nonstop has CC that you can bait into. So, the Shy gets a really good matchup. Rookie gets a pretty good matchup. Bottom lane is for comp, but Alistar is pretty good in this situation. I know you guys don't hear, but my messenger is going off, and that's just gonna mess with me. So, as long as I can close it, stop it, stop it. Anyways, Fnatic's composition is like they just have strong champions. Braum, Urgot, and Aatrox are just strong champions. If Aatrox went mid versus Ryze, that would be very sad. They want the range on Caps. Oh, wait, are they going Aatrox mid anyways? Yeah, 20 seconds went down. Okay, dude. Like, God bless. Good luck. I don't like the idea. I'm not a fan of... I think Aatrox should go mid. I mean, I think Aatrox should go top. Rather than Aatrox mid. It's just super hard. I mean, he's just going to wave clear, but Ryze will hold the wave underneath his tower. Pretty reliably. And that's fairly easy to gank with the Lee Sin. So Lee Sin is just going to look mid for Ryze. Let's speed this one on up. I don't like looking at these guys' face. Get out of here. So Braum has a good level 1. I'm kind of expecting Braum to the Fnatic comp to just look for a late invade on red. I think that would be pretty good to get a good just get eyes on Ning. As long as Broxah knows where Ning is really early on, they should feel happy. Taking down the early ward, what would that achieve? Makes it... I think they see... I don't know if they saw Xin Zhao. I want to see if they saw Xin Zhao. Was Xin Zhao ever detected? I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah, they saw his ass pretty early on. Yep. Almost certain they saw his ass, so they know he's going to be starting topside. He protects it with his own trinket, the kill the trinket IG has. Or at least they place their own. So they'll know if Lee Sin goes for a blue buff take. I think that makes it so Xin Zhao can go for Raptors and Krugs. I want to see where Broxah ends up going. Because that's a good ward by Fnatic to protect Broxah's early pathing. Remember if you watched the last video, that was a major issue. Where just on the first clear alone, Ning had a great advantage. So there we go. He's actually just going to go topside buff straight to bottom side scuttle. I mean, it puts him in a position to gank either mid or bot. I think it should be bot. But they're pushing pretty hard, so I don't think he has the wave to gank bottom lane. Let's see what he does. I think he should gank mid. Just for pressure. He has red buff, so, I mean, it's pretty easy. He's going mid right now. Come on, dog. Let's go. Let's get it. Oh, no. Lee Sin's here for counter gank. Where are they going? Oh, Scuttle Crab. Jesus. Come back mid. He's rolling. Broxah's like, please. Fucking stay still. Shit. Oh, there's a ward there. I forgot. I didn't even notice. That's a really... When was that fucking ward placed? Who did this? When was that ward placed? Wait, so they saw the fucking ward? They saw the goddamn ward. Yeah, that was the ward I was looking at. They're like, okay, well. Imagine knowing that the ward is there and then forgetting about it. Alright, whatever. It's the details that fucks Broxah there. He doesn't get anything out of it. He wastes a lot of time. And Ning just takes topside scuttle. Overall, this is very good for Invictus Gaming. The CS lead is not much top lane. He is going to be able to get the cannon minion. The wave is building up, but he should not be afraid at all of a dive. Not at all. He's not taking nearly enough damage for him to be afraid of it. But yeah, IG right now is pretty comfortable in both their solo lanes. Bot lane just has to play safe. I think Lee Sin's going to be stuck topside a little bit long. Like right now, Lee Sin's going to go Gromp, Wolf, Raptors, and he's going to base. And then if I was Lee Sin, I'd just go back topside and try and challenge for Krugs. Because you kind of have to be like pretty confident that it's up still. Oh, he's getting challenged on Raptors. I don't think this is doable for Broxah. Especially since he's kind of greedy and going for every one of the small ones. Caps is taking a lot of damage. Even though Rookie's low in HP, it doesn't matter. I mean, mana, it doesn't matter. So, Broxah wastes a little bit of his time. I mean, he's still going to go clear Raptors and Krugs, which is a good experience dump, but we'll see what ends up happening here. All right, going. Oh, such a good timing on Q. I don't even think he knew either. Did he? That's just fucking smart from Caps if that's the case. I think he knew. I think he was aware. He walked away immediately, too, because he didn't want to get set up for. I think Caps is smart enough to know that Ning was going to be in the area. Like, he just went to Raptors and pushed Xin Zhao off. And Xin Zhao is not going to be in service of him. He's going topside for full clear, so. Caps recognizing that the wave is pushing into him. And he's like, nah, fuck you, man. Get me out of here. That was just really good. At this point. Oh, okay. I don't think you're getting anything off of this one, Jackie. You just procs his passive and backs up. There's not much you can do here. At least Battleland still has Triumph, so he's going to heal him back a little bit. But this is going to be a very slow laning phase. This is probably the slowest lane we've had in laning phase we've had in quite some time. Which is a good thing. I mean, this really shows that already this is the second game that they've played, and they have against each other, that is. And there's already a good amount of respect here that Broxah can go up top side, that Ning could clear his bot side, and that they don't have to be tied to their lanes like a strap-on. Like, they're comfortable enough knowing that their lanes are competent. And that's been a real issue throughout the tournament, is that people have been dying to very easily avoidable ganks. Let's take a look at the items a little bit. Tier obviously was picked up by Rookie, so there's not much there. Still on first buy for the Shy. He must have a lot of experience if that's the case. He needs to base. I wonder how much experience he got on that. He's level 5? He's under experienced. Is he getting bullied? No, he's not. Well, he's back in the lane now, so I mean, he probably just pick up the big wave. So my understanding is that he's just even with the Urgot, and he just found a base timing. All right, here we go. That's still a lot of damage on Hylissang. I don't think that Broxah can follow up. He's at these. Oh wait, there's no flash on Battleland. Why doesn't Battleland have flash? Does he just use it? Yeah, he just used it. Am I fucking blind? Why did he flash out? Oh, because of the Braum passive. I didn't even notice it. My eyes were drawn onto Xin Zhao. So that was just a good counterattack from Hylissang. There is no reason for this to ever happen. This is the LPL special, my friends. I know I'm calling it the LPL special. It happens to basically any team in solo queue and low tier teams. But for this to happen, what are they trying to do? What's their goal? They're probably just trying to push this one in and go back to base. Took a look at that. 53 CS on Jakilov and Battleland. Like, they're pretty damn comfortable at this spot. They're pushing in 2 waves. They just want to push in base. So they're committing heavily to this. And so they notice that they're just trying to get pushed back. It's just unfortunate that he goes in now. At this point, I know a lot of it comes down to the fact that we see vision on Broxah. We know that Broxah is in the area, and all the information they're working off of is the fact that Ning is topside. But a lot of this, especially in top tier play, you need to play the information you have. The information you have is Lee Sin's topside. He's going to be there for a little while, and you're trying to base, and you're fairly certain that Zin's going to be on the bottom side of the map. That's how he clears. So at that point, headbutt pulverizing in onto Tristana is fine against any other champion than Braum. You'll get out easily unless the Braum is literally smart and this happens. He probably would have been fine if he didn't auto attack, now that I think about it. Look, extra auto attack. But Hylissang auto attacks his own. That's actually just kind of tough. I think even if he didn't auto attack, Braum Q comes through, and they force Battleland to flash. Brox is already in the area. And look how far away from the turret they are. So I actually don't think, like, the moment he headbutt pulverizes, he's just dead, I suppose. Poor timing. Does he still base? No, he's still trying to get the push off. Jesus, Lord have mercy, Jackie. How much experience does he have at this point? Level 6 on level 5. It's not that big of an experience gap, and Reckless should be able to clear the wave. If only I saw what the wave is like in bottom lane, I can know how much he's going to be able to recoup. Okay, let's see. How much does he get off this? This and next wave, he should be at like 65. So he doesn't, he's still there. He's still in the lane. It's not that bad. And he's kind of holding it, but he's Tristana, so there's not much you can do in terms of holding it. Let's see, 2-6, 2-6. Bottom lane's even. Mid lane's huge advantage for Rookie. Oh man, let me. And top lane is even, I suppose. And that's the thing, man. Champion select, I said it. I made a mention of it. Picking up both the power picks of Aatrox and Urgot, well and fine. But you know what you're gonna be going up against. And I would much rather have Aatrox versus the Shy on the Fiora than I would have Urgot mid. Because IG was going to commit to it. I know they were swapping around last second, but IG was going to commit to having Ryze mid lane. Because it works well in both matchups. So IG is fine with Fiora being top versus both matchups, and ultimately they would be a little bit better in CS in both. What the hell is happening here, Balan? What are you doing, buddy? I'm actually curious as to what the casters are saying, but actually, let's see. Because, like, what the hell is...
Stay alive and they will just trade blows yet again.
Yeah, I mean, they force out the ult from Balan at least, and pretty heavy trading here up on the top side.
Again. Towards that means the chase and about goes and have a pull away is Camille. As once again,
they don't see the Braum, I guess, but still. They don't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, they force out the ult from Balan at least, and pretty heavy trading here up on the top side.
He's going for the big play, gets pushed around,
yeah.
But one more shot.
They don't say anything about it. That's fair. There's just a lot happening at the same time. It's just kind of crazy. How willing they are to fight. That's just something that if you're Bruxa, you can actually just reliably gauge if you go bottom lane. That you can probably get a lot out of it. You would think that JackeyLove and Balan would play safely too, knowing that Braum is a really good lane to play around as a jungler. Bruxa got the first kill off too, just running down bottom lane when the Q came through. And Flash was still unavailable for Balan, so even thinking about Headbutt Pulverizing again to try and get Tristana, like what was he thinking? I actually think Balan is so goddamn bloodthirsty, it's insane. Alright. Well, we're back at it. Rookie still has a huge lead. Caps can't touch the wave. Wonder what the experience lead, level 8 to level 8. So, like, obviously Caps is still in the lane. But, oh my god, thank the Lord he's hiding under behind that CS. He can't deny this cannon creep. It's actually impossible. Here we go, Bruxa. Oh, nice bait. Only problem is... Oh! No! Tilt! It's what it's made of. I think he gets the kill on Caps. I still think it's a... no, he doesn't have mana. He has no mana. No, what a tragedy. Oh, they got the kill. Oh, no, don't do this to him! Well, they baited for it. They wanted the fight. They got the fight. What? What? Oh! 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 Well, I mean, I guess it's worth it at the end. And he's going to deny this wave. Actually, good thing that Urgot's here. He can pick up the wave for himself. But damn! So, all in all, I hope they replay it from the beginning. There we go. They were aware that he's in the area, so... They were just surprised at how much damage Ning took getting in there. That was the passive proc from Aatrox. That shit does so much damage. Cleared the minion wave, so Rookie's getting the full brunt of it. Caps probably would have died a little earlier, I think, if the minion wave was actually on him, so. Look at that. It's a pretty juicy minion wave. They all pretty much collapse on Aatrox, but now they're gone. Minion wave would have just eaten up Caps. I think he would have fallen a little earlier. Would it mean a difference? I think so. Look how close this was on Rookie. Holy shit, that minion. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, hero minion! Got this fucking minion right here. Oh, you think you could... Nah, bitch. You ain't touching my dog. Protect the president. Took the bullet. Oh my goodness, this is some shit. That is hilarious. Literally insanity. I want to see what the minion... Okay, what did the caster say? I'm always interested to hear because that's on the fun stuff. My god, stop fighting for 1 second.
And this is potentially what Nerves looks like, ladies and gentlemen. You can see trying to cut out cancelled auto. Aggression, I think, caught them by surprise. That is a heads-up play from the Fnatic jungler. And this is potentially what Nerves looks like, ladies and gentlemen. You can see trying to cut out cancelled auto. Yeah. Probably cost Rookie the kill, and then obviously Caps trading back in a 1v2. That is fantastic play from the Fnatic mid laner. They're going for more, though. The first knock is going to land. Now they've got
Yeah, there's not a lot of time. It's unfortunate.
Look at the crowd control. Can they show?
It's algae. But damn, dog. I mean, actually, that was pretty debilitating. I think the minion was just absolutely frustrating at the time to deal with. But yeah, such a back and forth game. This is what you love to see out of Fnatic. Doubling down around mid lane. Especially with ulti up on such a low cooldown for Caps. Look at him right now. He's going to push this wave up. Has good protection. Oh, they're doubling. They're actually going to... Okay, never mind. Lee Sin and Alistar's traveling bottom lane. They could probably start another fight there. But my point is, Caps' ultimate is almost up again. That just means that with how short these fights are and how often these fights are coming, that I honestly don't see Invictus Gaming coming out with a victory. So, yeah. Actually nutty. It's gonna be up now, so Fnatic can actually play around it. Xin Zhao does need a base here, though. I think if he goes back and gets stopwatch, he's in a pretty good position for a fight around Blippo. I think that should be the plan. But he seems pretty set on taking Wolf and Blue buff. I think that's pretty weird. I think they need a base timing so they can be in a good position for Dragon. That's up. They just don't have mana. Now he's taking blue. Come on, man. I guess he doesn't need to base if he takes the blue buff, but that takes some time. And I still do believe he needs the stopwatch. Well, he's now committed on the map, so he can't go back for quite some time. Alright, here comes Bwipo. Oh, they've tied him in. Phase rush. No, not enough. Okay. Still a good catch. And this is what I love about Bwipo. Last game, what we saw was a good play from Soaz, sure. But he wasn't moving as much as he could have with the advantage that he had in the matchup. Now, of course, Bwipo is in the opposite end. He's in a bad matchup. But he's doing quite a bit to at least have some impact in the map. Rookie will have flash up. Oh, not fast enough. He's dead. Passive proc 2 on Aatrox. So, good roam from Hylissang. The fact that he's able to leave his AD carry knowing that wave's pushing into him. Really good stuff. Balan's not being able to match this quickly enough. And they're just not really calling, I don't think, Hylissang's movements. Even though they don't have the vision control to catch him out doing this, you should have an idea with the wave pushed in and no eyes. Unless if, like, you shouldn't even be hard expecting him to be back at base because you didn't see his base timing. His base animation, I mean. But they get bottom lane towers solely on him. I think that's first tower too. I think so. And they're fully denying it. Oh. So it's denial and push. That's fine. What I would have liked to see is like take the tower, deny the wave, don't touch it again, base and come back. You don't have to fully push that wave in. And this replay, it was literally just Rookie moved too quickly up, didn't know where Hylissang was, and was very close to his own flash. Now he has flash, so he's going to be fine the next time the fight gets picked up. But 3 kills now on Caps because they just consistently played around his lane. You had Bwipo in the lane, Braum in the lane, like actually 4 people in the mid lane at all times. Must be frustrating with how the Shy's been top lane for so long. JackeyLove and Battleland for the same. They've all been focusing on their own lanes, but really not much has been happening. Good shit. I think Bwipo's hard fucked. They can't do this. The Shy picks fights quite a lot. And, oh wait, he's dead. Okay. First of all, let me see when the Shy starts this fight. He just goes on him because he's taking Scuttle Crab. And just hard commits. I think that's fine. You don't necessarily need your team for that. Take a look at the AD carry though. JackeyLove going topside in the mini-map. They see him. Oh, they just wrap around him. Not much you can do. That is a big not much you can do. That was very good for Fnatic though. They build up that wave pretty large, pretty tall. JackeyLove gets, Rekkles gets so much gold. This is a big contrast to last game where last game Rekkles was demolished. This time around they prioritized him. Good ganks bottom lane on Battleland and JackeyLove's head. And he's actually just has such a large CS lead. If he goes back right around now, next item is Rapid Fire Cannon. Like, he is so set up to succeed. 182 CS at 17 minutes. He's been really ahead of the clock at this point in Worlds. I think him and Uzi are the highest farming AD carries. I think just players, actually, at Worlds. I'm going to check on them stats later on, but I saw stats, so it was literally him and Uzi have the highest CS per minute. And the reason why that's relevant, especially since he's also literally getting kills, is that for the 3 item 80 carries he ends up picking up, it makes it so Fnatic are much faster to the punch in itemizing and really being able to pick fights. Because Urgot and Aatrox can go anytime. Youmuu's into Black Cleaver. That's when Aatrox is like lit. I mean, Youmuu's is a great one item that you can just go on, because y'all have ulti anyways. You don't really need the survivability. Then you have Black Cleaver and you have the survivability and movement speed from Phage procs. So like literally 1 item and 2 item spike on Aatrox is the shit. And then, you know, you just have Urgot. So once he's 6, he already has the execution you're looking for. Good combination, but he's going to live for a little bit. So I don't know if Ning can survive the second coming. He missed the timing. He actually killed himself because he wasn't going to be able to get on that. It's still a good fight for IG though. I don't think they can wrap around, but they'll try. Maybe not. Maybe don't do that. He flashed over the wall. Alright. That's communication 101. Know what your team is doing and know what you want out of the play. No, JackeyLove! No, JackeyLove! No! Absolute nonsense. That's 2 times he's gotten isolated, and this one was just not even reasonable. Top lane is like, okay, fine. This one's like, what the fuck are you doing, buddy? You know he just pushed out the wave. You saw him. We all saw him. What was the purpose? You're like, yes, he's pushed out the wave. And he walked back. I don't know what you expected. He has Rapid Fire Cannon too, so he's getting a full procs on that Storm Razors. So that was just nonsense. A lot's not really working well for Invictus Gaming. Ning, there's that one mistake he had, because that was a really good kick on Aatrox. But you know you're committing to the play because he had ulti. And he missed his meaty timing on Q, so he wasn't able to get out of the store for free. Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. Because this was a good pick by Ning. But remember, when you go for these fights, you're committing to the full play. Boom. You don't even necessarily have to walk up. He's just trying to cover both ends. Of course, you're not going to see Broxa and Hylissang, but you know there's going to be a collapse with how long that fight's been going on for. So you don't necessarily have to go to the right, but I understood what he's trying to do. Ooh. Yo, man. Bwipo's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. He's obvious. I call him the best Western top because I think he is. He's just very well rounded that he's shown. He's a great mechanical player, great communicator. Moves pretty consistently. During MSI, it was a wash because he didn't have the experience and time with the team, kind of like Duke in spring. Here we go. So this is a position now we're in. Fnatic have 3 kills on Aatrox. He's pretty close to Black Cleaver. He has the Phage at least, so he has the survivability of Kindle Gem and the Black Cleaver movement speed that we wanted. Wait, he just picked it up. Alright, he just came back from basing up Black Cleaver. So that's double Black Cleaver on your team. Also, yeah, a lot of survivability on Broxa because he went towards this Steric Cage. There's actually just such free front line. Think about it. Braum, Shield, Urgot, Black Cleaver, and of course, you know, you can't auto attack him very well. You're going to get cut down in the lifesteal department. There's a good amount of armor on him, I mean. Aatrox, ulti, and Black Cleaver. There's just like a lot of bruisers on this team. And the Sterix Gauge to make it so Zinjak can run in, deal a bit of damage, but he buys a lot of time for his team. So at this point, this is when they're the strongest. Not only do they have the 3k gold lead, but this is when the composition is at their peak. So they're just literally going to run Apache. I like that Fiora is just recognizing you can't really do much with your team. Is pushing the bottom lane. She actually can't take that tower, so she's just trying to speed up the process of the game, get the items for her. I don't think she gets Trinity Force here, but she's pretty damn close. Does she get it? Oh, she's holding. She's holding. She's very close, I think. No, she's not even close. She's going to need a little bit more time. As long as she gets to Trinity Force before Baron setup becomes a thing, I think Invictus Gaming are fine. But fine means Fiora has to be bot. Has to keep Bwipo busy. Cannot be in fights. There's too much damage in the team fights. Fiora in fights is actually fine if there's like single threat comps that you're dealing with. So you can deal with, you know, the tankiest guy, front to back. They'll try and CC you, but maybe you turn that shit on the tank. Or the carry, depending on how poorly he positions. So I'm actually fine with team fighting Fiora if there's a solo threat comp, but there's a lot of threat in this composition, and I think she's already fucked. Goodbye. Run! Did he use ulti? I think he maybe he the parry. He parried the ulti, I think. I think he just parried the fucking ulti. That's insane. Because I'm pretty sure there's the animation that he hit the ulti. Yeah. Oh well. Pretty crazy, I think. Keeping him alive in the air, yeah. Forcing him to all go back. That's great. Fiora's not going to be in the play. I don't know if they know the TP timing, but I'm just going to assume they do. They should have this dragon for free. That's Infernal. Maybe the next one's going to be Infernal too. Don't do it, Ning. Run. Alright. Next one's going to be Oath Dragon. That's also necessary. There's going to be a lot of a neutral objective fights. Invictus Gaming want second Earth. It's pretty useless when you're behind, but with 2 Earth Dragons, Rise and Camille. Jesus. Kaisa. There's a lot of Ks. Camille is a C. Alright, I'm drunk. Your Baron runs pretty fucking quick. So, IG, it would purely be an investment tool if you ever find yourself even footing. If you push Fnatic back just a little bit, then you have some time with Baron. Don't do it. Don't touch the worm. They're touching the worm. This will fuck him. There's absolutely no way. Yeah. Of course Fnatic are going to check up on it. That'd be insane if they didn't. Good damage on fit caps though. But they concede their position in lanes. Now Fnatic gets full control here because Reckless push mid and it's coming through. So look out how far of a travel, how far of a distance JackeyLove has to rotate to go mid. Because he doesn't trust positioning a Reckless anymore. Reckless has killed him twice in rotational waves. So he's taking the longest distance so he doesn't get picked up anymore. Even though he has enough attack speed to use E, which was a problem last time around. So Reckless has instilled fear, dog. I think it was a pretty free Baron. At least a free fight. Fnatic should turn. The Fnatic should turn. That's a good... It's good damn. JackeyLove killed himself. JackeyLove killed himself. I repeat. JackeyLove did not want to live. I mean, it's just it is how it is, I suppose. Like, what the hell? Alright. This is the weirdest fucking game from Jackie. He's actually just inting the knight away. It happens, though. I mean, pressure of the situation, but Lord have mercy. Oh, they got Baron. I don't need to see anything else. Let's see how they can defend this tower. I don't think they can. I mean, we already know the result of this game, but Lord have mercy, dog. Lee Sin's too far away from Black Cleaver. No stopwatch means that whatever he does is going to be a suicide mission from now on. Fiora has no more time on side lane. She has to join the fight, so she's useless now. It's going to be on Rise, who doesn't have damage, but he does have a bit of cooldown reduction, so he can actually chuck a few more spells. It's going to be on Kaisa, and she only has 1, so she's not close to Rabading-dongs. Alright, here we go. Boom! Alright, this wave should be it. It's a good cannon wave, and at this point, there's too many bruises on Fnatic to even be afraid of the damage IG has. Balan's dead. Get him. Oh no, get away from him! That's a pretty large fear radius. Alright, well, they're going to take this inhibitor. A few teams would stay on the map and not go back to base. I wonder if, yeah, Fnatic are just going to stick around. Okay! That's what happens when you have too many bruises and you're far ahead. Reckless. Reckless. Get in there. Jump him. Alright, that's game. So what did we learn about this game? Pretty simple, honestly. Let's increase this camera size. So this was a pretty damn good game from Fnatic overall. This was Reckless hard carrying. Let me just... Oh, no, we couldn't do it in time to see the face of Jackie. But it was purely Reckless hard carrying. It was farming incredibly well. He was alongside Hylissang pretty frequently. Hylissang got some really good roams through mid and top. They were pretty much calling that JackeyLove would be at all the large built-up waves. Built-up wave, even though he didn't have support, JackeyLove would meet it. And that was costing him a lot. Later on, he respected it a lot. So he took the long-ass way to get to the mid lane wave, but ultimately conceded it. Because A, that was too long of a traveling distance, and Fnatic were already on top of Baron. So I think this was a game that was largely dictated by support, AD carry. Jungles were not that impactful, I'd say. And the Shy was doing fairly well. I think it's just kind of a lost, like it's lost cuz situation for jungle when Lee Sin's that far behind, or the comp's far behind, and Lee Sin's just sitting around with like Phage. So ultimately, great shit from Fnatic. I think Fnatic, even though their drafting didn't do them so justice in laning phase, they did well to support mid lane. They did very well to just keep it in, like just have an entire camp around the lane and make it so Rookie couldn't do anything. 2v2s were fucked up a little bit by Ning, and that's where you could point criticism in his way, because they knew that Zen was there, but tried to battle it and just messed up mechanically. Also, there was that one demonic minion that stopped Rise from netting the kill. I feel like it's the small things that ultimately took control for Fnatic in the mid lane. So there we have it. That's this game. And now we move on to the last part.